everyone! So today we are going to do some podcast today. So what's the reason why we doing the podcast today, Aliyyah?
So the reason we doing this podcast today because we think that this topic it's so important.
Important to talk. Yeah. So the theme that we chose is the colonialism and its impact, and the topic that we already create is from colonized minds to modern insecurities. Yeah. Before we talk about the topic. Let's us introduce ourselves first. How about you, Aliyyah?
So,
you can start.
Hello everyone, my name is Aliyyah Imanda RD and my last student number 020.
Hello everyone, my name is Lusia Natasya Andira with the last student ID number 017.
So Lucy, so what's the phenomena that you have honed today? It's basically your personal experience or something?
Yeah. So my own personal reflections by this phenomenon about the colonialism and its impact is I often using social media, right? How about you? You often use
every day,
every day. Gen Z is social media is a part of our daily life as a Gen Z, right? So, when we search like a YouTube and you searching for like reaksi bule, there's a lot of videos that foreigners trying to have giving some reactions about Indonesian's contents. It can be food, it can be culture, it can be music videos,
or maybe they try to speak Indonesian.
Yeah. And if you can saw the comment sections, there's a lot of Indonesian people there. Like so many people, Indonesians there, who amazed with their reactions. Okay. So I think that's a thing that makes me realize that so many people or so many Indonesian people measure their own value by looking for validations from foreigner reactions. Like they're looking at validations to feel valued. I guess that's my own opinion. How about you?
So, in my own experience, and maybe some of Indonesian women also experience this one.
Yeah.
So, society always called beauty someone who has light or white skin.
Yeah.
So, we can see it in our daily life, in daily aspect.
Yep.
On the television, we saw the products that contains brightening
Yep.
Yeah. And also in the mall, we can see that some of the models mostly have white or light skin.
Yeah.
So it makes those us who have dark or tan skin, it's feel insecure.
Yeah.
We need to have white skin to be called beauty. Yeah. So I realized that this happened because our colonial history.
Yeah.
So in the past, Dutch it's created like a society hierarchy. So the first class is Dutch, and the middle one is Chinese, and the lower or the bottom it's
Indonesian.
Indonesian.
Yeah.
So can you see that this not just control our power, but it's also control our every aspect, including beauty.
Yeah. Agree with that. Especially the beauty standard nowadays is so much crazier.
Yeah.
Like you have to become white to have that level of beauty, right? You have to have a light skin, like really not no sense. I mean, like if you live in Indonesia, it's quite impossible to have that white skin because
the sun it's always shining.
Yeah, especially in Surabaya. It's too hot in here, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, before that, we talk about our experience.
Right.
Yeah. So let's talk about the academic basic.
Academic.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have found here, like a discussion from Berkeley Center. They said that. So this is like the point of view of bule or foreigners who live in Indonesia. They saw Indonesian people is like have a cultural inferiority complex, which means that they feel like Indonesian people feel inferior about their own culture and see Western culture is more valuing than their own. And the evidence of it, so many, if you going to like tourism places like Bali, Jogja, like Candi Borobudur, many Indonesian people trying to inviting foreign people, Mister, take pictures together, right? It's like so many Indonesian people do that, like in every sections, every places. So that is one of that bule will experience when they come to Indonesia.
Yeah, they suddenly become artists,
like famous people, right? And also many Indonesian people, when they can fluently speaking in English, they feel like more high educated than others.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but they feel like when I can speak in English, I feel more valuing than others. And also, they will be more attracted with imported brand rather than their own, the local one. Like as you can see, many people wanted to buy a Chanel, Louis Vuitton, or
high class,
like to show the high class, because the Western use that product, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the most related argument here in academic argument. How about you, Arya?
So I have found that in Roro Retnobulan, so her article is "The Myth of White Skin: A Post-Colonial Review of Cosmetics in Indonesia." So she's explained that the obsession with white skin in Indonesia is reflecting our colonial trauma.
Yeah.
So back then, during colonial, white skin was connected with the clean or civilization or respectful.
Okay.
So while the dark skin is often seen as uncultured or dirty. So this mindset also still shapes our beauty standard till now. And same finding also found in Ayu Saraswati. So she said that during the Dutch colonial period, the European students often seen as more valuable rather than the local student.
Yeah.
And also when Japan occupied Indonesia, the Japanese beaters and light skin became the new standard.
Yeah.
So Saraswati shows that how both colonial powers impact our beauty standard. And it is still happen till now.
Till nowadays. It's so crazy. Okay. So actually the beauty standard still, I don't know, even though we are Gen Zs, we are still has the impact of the beauty standard nowadays, right? And after that we have discussed about our experience and the academic argument, what can we conclude? What can we conclude from this discussion, Aliyyah?
So from my own perspective,
Yeah.
So it is important to know that the beauty standard in Indonesia is still shaped by our colonial. But rather than allow the beauty standard to define us, we should accept that we have different skin.
Yeah.
We live in Indonesia. Of course, we have dark or tan skin. We live in Ecuador.
Yep.
So I hope Indonesian women, especially, can appreciate our own identity, embrace ourselves.
Yeah.
So we have tan skin and we're still beautiful.
Yeah.
And how about you, Lusia?
And in my own opinions about our discussions today, is we can accept the fact that we have been colonized from a long period, like for a long time. After Dutch, we colonized by Japan, and so on and so on. And we can accept that we have still the impact, not just for the government politics, but also the self-esteem and the beauty standard as well. We have to accept that. But, however, we have to show more our national identity to boost confidence so that we can have more global achievement by our own culture, by our own, mindset that we are not inferior, that we are unique, that we can spread our uniqueness to another countries, we can have achieve a lot of global achievement, right? Do you agree with that?
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree.
Yeah, and also I agree with the statement that you have shared that we are beautiful even though we are tasked, right?
Still beautiful.
We're still beautiful. Okay, I think that's all for our discussions today. Thank you so much to listening and to watch our videos, and
Bye.
bye.